And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, and today I am reviewing Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, released in 2013 on the Nintendo 3DS. And yeah, so that was pretty cool. Thank you to Jeffofthemellows for letting me borrow this game and giving me the chance to play it. Yet another Zelda game that I have played. And it was one of the top-down game view variety, not one that I'm too used to playing other than the original. So that was a slightly unique experience. A lot of people attest this to like a nostalgic remaster of A Link Between Worlds, which was the big one on the Game Boy way back when, which I have not played that either, and I don't know when I'll get the chance to. But anyway, this game I've got a lot of thoughts on, so let's jump right into it, shall we? And yeah, so speaking of that top-down angle view that I was talking about, I don't like it. It's fine. Like, in the original game, it's fine, because that one, it fits a lot better into, simply because there's not as much stuff to look at or do. So having the top-down view feels fine. It's not necessary to go any more in-depth than that. This game, though, they do add a lot more stuff to the game to look for, find, and all that kind of stuff. And it just kind of feels stupid to still do the top-down view. Again, a lot of people call this nostalgia bait for people who played Link Between Worlds when they were younger and they want to get this game, or they want their children to know the memories and stuff like that. But the top-down angle could have been something that you could have gotten rid of. Now, I know that's a big part of it, but it's something you could have gotten rid of, okay? Or at least not, like, in the mode that it is right now, at least, right? Other than that, I mean, some other things, I mean, it's just another quintessential Zelda game. Large maps, there's very little direction, though I will say this one's a little bit better at that than other Zelda games. I'll get to that a little bit later. It's very long, not as long as like a console version because it's a handheld, but it's still quite an adventure to go through. You know, those are elements that I expect to see in a Zelda game, and this game did not fail on that part, at least. So that was cool. One thing about this game, I will say, though, that I did like was the mini games. Played a few of those. I've gone through, like, Mario and Luigi games and, other games of this sort of style, maybe more RPG-esque. But the mini games were fun in this game. One in particular I want to talk about is the it's the chicken one that you got to avoid all the chickens as you fly through. That one's a lot of fun to play. They're just nice little things to help get away from the game while also still in the game. I don't know, that didn't really make much sense. It made more sense up in my cranium than it did coming out of my mouth, but you get what you can get what I mean. It's still fine. I thought they were just a lot of fun. Now, I talked about earlier in the video, I said, well, it's another quintessential Zelda game with very little direction. But this game, compared to a lot of the other Zelda games I've played, I mean, I played a lot at this point. I played the original. I got 2 on my list. I haven't played it yet at the time of recording this, but I got 2 on my list. Like Zelda 2, I'm talking about. I played Wind Waker, played Ocarina of Time, played Breath of the Wild, played this one. I mean, that's not as many as I thought. I got Twilight Princess also on the list too, and Zelda 2. So a couple more. Out of all of those games, though, this one felt like it had more direction than most. It has cool waypoints and hints, and that actually are creative, but also helpful. Actual helpful hints. But the thing that really was weird was the waypoint markers that you can put down. They're incredibly misleading. Most times I would go to the waypoint thing, or I would set something and then go there, and then it would just say, oh, you gotta go over here. then why just tell me? Why not go? Why not just tell me to go to the place that I actually have to go to? Why do I have to go to one place to get to another place and just jump a line across the map? Woo! Woo! Zelda! Zelda takes forever, long adventures. This is so much fun. It's not fun. God. That just really pissed me off. It just felt like you would get to a place and then be like, slap in the face. You gotta go all the way back and then some. That's what it felt like to me. Maybe some other people would take that as a different perspective. That's just what I thought. One unique characteristic, and one of the few unique characteristics of this game versus what I've heard from A Link to the Past, which again I have not played, is when you can turn into a painting and then like kind of Egyptian mummy it, boogie it down and get across a wall or something like that you don't have another way to get to. And I thought that was an okay addition to the game. It was pretty unique for sure. It does also allow for a lot more creative exploration, which is exactly what you want out of a Zelda game. So at least they took the main premise of this game into equation. It's quite weird though. I gotta admit, but it's not the weirdest thing I've seen out of a Zelda game before. So there you go. You were not the weirdest one, but you were far from the, how do I put it? Sane? That's not the way to put it. Weird people are not insane. Not in every case, at least. I don't know. You were not the least weird. There we go. That's a pretty crappy way to put it. But anyway. I know maybe with some of these notes and some of these things that I've said, maybe I've sounded a little harsh with this game. But this is actually one of my more favorite Zelda games that I've ever played. It just felt more fun to explore stuff and to do stuff than it has in most other Zelda games that I have played. And there's a lot of fun, smaller things to do that help keep my attention and probably keeps other people's attention too. So for that, I have to thank you guys at Nintendo or whoever made this for doing that. So I didn't mind the game, but it's a Zelda game, It's got a very low ceiling as far as my reputation goes with the game. Still haven't found that quintessential Zelda game that just blows me away and says, yup, this is your game. I'm a Zelda fan now. Like, I haven't had that yet. I doubt Zelda 2 will do it. And I doubt Twilight Princess will do it. But maybe one of them will. Or maybe another one that I'll play in the future. Well, we'll see. But for this game, my final score for Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds, I will have to give this game... I liked it, but I didn't like it a lot. Probably have to give it I want to say 7. 7 might be a little high, though. I'll give it a 7. I'll be generous and give it a 7. It is the giving season after all, at least the time we're recording this. So I'll give it a 7. But that's going to do it for this review now. If you've ever played Legend of Zelda Link Between Worlds, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. What did I miss? What should I have talked about? All that jazz. And that's going to do it for this video. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. Until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.